Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, it can be if you give us a call at 434-394-0924. It is your Friday, August the 2nd, and we do have open mic day and guest co-host Dan Albas with us. How you doing, Dan?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing
Good morning, by the way. You know,
Good
Fridays
morning.
is always a good day to be here.
Yes, it is.
You never know who you're going to run into, who
I
you're going to
know.
see. People come in and out.
That's right.
You know, I got to saw Chris Brochon this morning. I hadn't seen him in months.
Well, he comes in and does tapes his
voice tracks, his voice tracks.
show on
Yeah.
Saturday. So, so we get to see him every Friday.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good to see him, and it's always nice to know he's around.
Yeah, still looks the same.
No, he doesn't change much, and neither do you, as a matter of fact. So we're glad to have
Just don't
you
ask
here.
me how I feel.
I'm
Tired right now, but no. Nonetheless, it's good to be here again. Today I was here Monday and Tuesday, so always love coming in here.
Yeah, we always love having you come in here too. So it's it's a win-win situation here. Anyway, well.
I do have this day in history, if that's what you're looking for.
Yes, that's what I'm looking at, and I would
'Cause
just love for you to tell us about it.
We got a couple of interesting things here going on. It was in 1776, first of all, that members of the Second Continental Congress began attaching their signatures to the Declaration of Independence on this day. A lot of stuff happened on this day. 1790, the first United States Census was conducted under the supervision of Thomas Jefferson. And the U.S. residents counted totaled 3,929,214. Now we have
Seriously?
Now we have something like 340 million. Mm-hmm. Now here's something that was actually sent in to us from Herman Thomas. Do you know Herman?
I don't think I do.
Well, if he's listening, thank you very much, Herman. But it was on this date in 1851 the contracts to build this is the anniversary, by the way, of High Bridge. This is what it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was to build, in 1851 on this date, contracts to build a massive wooden superstructure set up on 20 large brick piers crossing 2,400 feet of Appomattox River lowland. That was signed and would have become known as High Bridge, which we have today, which is actually helping to put Farmville and other places on the map.
That's right, a destination.
Yeah. Here's something that's not in our, but I had a little thing here on my phone that was sent to me. It was on this date in 1865, if you're a Civil War buff, whatever. There was this British ship. I didn't know this was going on, but all the way over in the Pacific, they had a Confederate cruiser. Now, most of the Civil War took place, here on this side. But they had this cruiser called the CSS Shenandoah. They were actually attacking Union whaling vessels over in the Pacific.
Union
whaling. Yeah, they
vessels.
were looking for whales, and that's how they.
Of course.
A lot of whaling going on during that time. Well, this Confederate ship was attacking them and sinking a lot of them. But it was on and now the war had ended in April, but they didn't know that.
Oh, they didn't know.
So they're still over there attacking the ships, and this British ship said, "Hey guys, the war's
the war's over.
The war is over."
4
months later. So Captain James Waddell was the captain. He surrendered at a British port in November. It was November when he finally got there. So anyway, that was on this date as well.
The Shenandoah.
The Shenandoah.
I wonder how many ships she sunk.
I don't know. I have to look that up. But, that was a little bit of trivia history.
I'm not going to say that 5 times fast.
It was 1873. Inventor Andrew Halliday successfully tested a cable car he had designed for the city of San Francisco. 1876, on this date, Wild Bill Hickok was shot and killed while playing poker at a saloon in Deadwood, Dakota Territory, by Jack McCall, who was later hanged. I think he was hanged that afternoon. It was pretty quick. Wild Bill playing cards, shot him in the back of the head.
Oh, my. Executed him, actually.
Basically, I think he lost to the guy.
Oh, really? Goodness.
Or whatever. Let's see. It was another thing going on, too, as well, I believe. I had it here somewhere. A little trivia that somebody sent me, if I can find it. but I'll look for that later.
Okay.
On August 2nd, 1923, the 29th President of the United States, Warren G. Harding, died in San Francisco. And Calvin Coolidge, who was VP, then became president. Oh, here it is, 1921. A jury in Chicago acquitted several former members of the Chicago White Sox baseball team. Remember, Say It Ain't So, Joe? Remember that?
Yeah.
And two others
Joe.
of conspiring to defraud the public in the notorious Black Sox scandal. And they would be banned from Major League Baseball for life at that time by Commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis. Of course,
When was that? In what?
1921.
1921.
I believe
okay.
the scandal took place during the teens at some place, so it took a while to get. But the guy banned all the players for life on that, and of course, Field of Dreams,
Right.
the movie,
Yeah.
kind of came out on that as well. 1934, German President Paul von Hindenburg died. That paved the way for Adolf Hitler's complete takeover. It's an interesting day.
Man.
1939, Albert Einstein signed a letter to President Franklin Roosevelt urging creation of an atomic weapons research program. Good thing he did. 1945, President Harry Truman, Soviet leader Joseph Stalin, and Britain's new Prime Minister Clement Attlee concluded the Potsdam Conference. 1974, former White House counsel John W. Dean III, I remember that, was sentenced to 1 to 4 years in prison for obstruction of justice in the Watergate cover-up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he only served 4 months, though, so wasn't that bad.
It was like a slap on the wrist, right?
Yeah, 1990, Iraq invaded Kuwait, seizing control of the oil-rich country. The Iraqis were later driven out by the U.S. Operation Desert Storm. And in 2018, Pope Francis decreed that the death penalty is inadmissible under all circumstances, and the Catholic Church should campaign to abolish it. That's a look at our day in history, August 2nd.
That's pretty intensive there. Let's see if we have a caller here.
Yeah, don't forget, celebrating Highbridge today. So
That's right.
it's their anniversary.
Good morning on the Call Flow Radio Show. Hello, Barry. How are you? We're doing well.
Good. It is. You know, I saw they were calling for a heat index today of 107.
107.
107. I saw that on television last night.
Okay.
Yeah, 107 heat index. Well, 112 in Richmond, 107 here.
Well, at my measly 104.
We're a little cooler than
Yeah.
Richmond. You know, we're the cool kids over here.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We don't want to be associated with Richmond.
We don't want to be in triple digits, no.
It's been hotter.
Yep. Try not to be. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm filling in for John while he's on vacation. So I'm glad to do it. Glad to do it. He is. Yeah, we'd rather have him back here.
We'd rather have him back here. Yeah, they got that right. Yes.
Yes, he'll be back Monday.
Yeah. He really is. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Barry. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. All right.
Yeah, speaking of staying cool, here it is hot. He's talking about cutting grass. And I just read the other day about when it's hot like this, they're saying you shouldn't cut your grass. You should keep it at least 3 to 4 inches high in the hot weather.
Burn.
Yeah, don't cut it. They said cut it only 3 to 4 inches is where you should have. Yeah. I made that mistake when I was gone. I think, it was in Hampton for, and I only came home on weekends. So here it was, I guess, in sometime early June, or no, it was probably May. It started getting hot. Anyway, I don't know when I'm going to be home again. So I said, I got to cut the yard. I'm going to cut it really short this time so that I don't know when I'm going to be able to come back here.
Right.
So I did that. And, of course, that's when the heat came. And, so it all turned brown. But it's coming back.
I'm sure it is.
I went back. I didn't have to cut it for a month. Whoa. Well, I had no idea it was going to get up to 98, 95. And
everything,
just really burnt the grass.
Not only your skin gets sunburned, but everything, gets sunburned.
I had a reason to do it.
Extent.
But, By the way, I want to say congratulations. I don't know if this was on Sorello's newscast this morning or not. I kind of missed that. But Prince Edward County has a new Christmas mother. And we want to say congratulations to Tori Patterson. She is this year's Prince Edward County Christmas mother. And she's all local.
Yep.
She from Prince Edward County, went to school in Prince Edward County, graduated from Longwood. Their distribution day called Stuff the Truck. Right, that's going to be November 9th at the Farmville Walmart this year. And of course, if you want to give presents, there's places that you can do that. So.
I donated some presents last year, and it felt good. It felt good to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, congratulations to her. She's the new Christmas mother for Prince Edward County.
Tori Patterson.
All
right. Congratulations to her. We have almost 22 minutes now after 8 o'clock. The number to call Flo, is 434-394-0924 if you want to say hi to Dan or whatever. As far as the weather's concerned for tomorrow, I think what we have as far as the heat is concerned, it's going to be around 90 degrees. But we've got a chance of some thunderstorms before 5 for tonight, before 5 a.m. Then tomorrow, a chance of showers before 11 a.m., then a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 11 and 2 p.m., then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 4 o'clock. So if they can get in between,
with the heat, the rain would be welcome. And by the way, if you have any animals outside, the dogs, bring them in, please. Or make sure they have a nice shady place and water because it's 107 heat index.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot for those animals.
Iggy is staying inside.
Smart dog.
And if I do take her out, we'll be in the Ranger so she can ride and then just take a quick little run.
My dog's always inside now, especially at 16.
She doesn't like to be inside, but sometimes she just, has to tolerate it. Good morning. You're on the Call Flo Show. I believe it is. Oh,
Brightspeed had an outage this past weekend. I know they had it in Crew, probably in Burkeville as well. If you have a landline, they suppose. Oh, you don't? Okay. Yeah. Well, and I can't convince my wife to get rid of it. We still have one.
Well, it might come in handy one of these days. You never know.
Yeah, we lost the telephone service from Brightspeed a whole weekend, and they got it fixed by Sunday night, supposedly. So that might have affected the internet. I don't know. They provide internet for a lot of people, too. I don't have their internet. We'll have to check it out.
All right. Well, we will check that.
Who are you streaming from? You streaming from the website or from TuneIn? Okay. Might try TuneIn.
Yeah. Try TuneIn and see. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks
You're
for letting us
welcome.
know. We'll check it out.
Bye-bye. All right. Somebody's listening out there from Burkeville. Is that right?
Burkeville.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's right down the road from Crew.
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, I don't think they've changed locations there. It's 24 minutes now after 8 o'clock. Well, we were talking about the weather and pets, of course. Make sure that if they have to be outside, make sure that they are in a shady place, a shady spot with plenty of water. So I have a shady spot for Iggy, but she's still coming inside. Yeah. Anyway, so tomorrow, basically, what we have to worry with is more, having activities between the rain showers or whatever, if you're planning on mowing your grass or that type of thing. So that will be a problem more than the heat, I would think, for tomorrow. Now, today is a different story.
Speaking of dogs, oddly enough,
yes.
Do you watch TV with your dog?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, obviously, they did a new study based on that. 43% of Americans would rather watch a movie with their dog than their partner.
Oh, okay.
This is according to a poll they did. Those in a relationship said their dogs are better movie companions because they don't interrupt.
Right.
One, that was 44%. They don't ask questions, and they are better cuddlers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dog food, a pet food company, did this survey there, and they found out that 95% watch movies and shows with their dogs at home, and 63% said they do it on a frequent basis.
Well, and Iggy likes popcorn.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh yeah. It's hard to eat. It's hard to eat popcorn. The dog stands here and stares at you.
Oh, I know, and drools. She drools.
Come on, give me that.
My knees are wet, and all this kind of stuff.
Well, they say their dogs are able to pay attention to the screen, and a third say they prefer classic TV shows and classic movies. So even the dogs like the old stuff.
I was watching a couple of old movies last weekend. I do love the black and whites. And, she was right there. Iggy was right there, and she was just,
Yeah.
I do read to her as well when I'm reading a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read to her out loud.
Oh, I do too. I do,
Yeah.
I do that with my dog as well.
Yeah.
Because you want to read out loud every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
People on radio do that. You know that,
Yeah.
don't you? It's odd.
Yes, it is odd.
My wife wonders, what are you doing? I'm reading.
Yes.
You have to do it so loud.
We have to exercise our voices.
People
right?
in radio they do read out loud. But when you leave, do you ever leave the TV or radio on for your dog?
I do.
I do the same.
But it cuts off automatically after a while. If I'm not changing the channels, they'll say, "Are you still there?" or "Are you still watching?" or blah blah blah. And like I had it on the Olympics yesterday, and I went to the store. No, I went to get my hair cut. And left it on for her to watch. But when I got home, the TV was,
it goes off by itself?
It does, yeah, I guess. Unless Francis is there and cuts it off.
Well, that could be a topic.
That could be a topic of conversation, yes.
But yeah, a lot of people, it says here 77% of people say they will leave their TV or radio on for their dog. I mean, I've left the stream on my Alexa.
I leave the radio on in the house for the birds and for the
bedroom
dog.
for my dog right now. Bailey, get up. It's time to get up. But you can hear that. Now I think she's lost some of her hearing. She's gotten so old. Some of her eyes. She's 16 years
she's
old.
16,
so. Yeah.
And what kind of dog is she? Is she a terrier?
Well, she's 30 pounds, about 60% Australian Shepherd.
Okay.
And the other 40% is about 20 different terriers. She's a rescue dog. It's all we've ever had. I've also ever had rescue dogs.
Yeah.
So.
And what was the other dog's name?
Bogey.
Bogey. Yeah. Dan is a golfer as well.
Yeah, that was Bogey. Yeah, he was a neat. He came from here. He came from Southside Rescue. Yeah, they rescued him. He was 30s. He was more of a Highland Terrier type. Looked a lot like, you think our dogs are related. We got in Bailey, and then 3 months later we got a second. I wanted a second dog, and we got him from Southside. They do a great job over there, by the way.
They do.
I love those people, and I support them highly. But they're really good. But they rescued him. He was 36 hours for being euthanized. He was at one of the local pounds here,
right?
And he was about 5 years old when we got him. He was in bad shape. But he turned out to be one of the best dogs I've ever had.
That's what I hear all the time.
He was a character. He really was. Loved the pickup truck, and I get a little choked up every time I think about him. Unfortunately, because he was abused his first 5 years. He lasted till 12. He had but he has kidney problems. The vet said probably from the first 5 years of abuse. But,
oh wow!
But what a great dog he was.
But he had what, 7 years with you?
Yeah.
So that was good. He had a good life. I know.
Oh yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked ourselves down to the bottom of the hour.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So we have our weather forecast coming up for everybody, and also 3 days worth of birthdays. So we'll get to that. The weather is brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. With over 30 years of banking experience, I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal project. Give us a call at 391-1136 or stop by our downtown office at 216 North Main Street, where you'll find old-school personal assistance with attention to detail. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, your forecast for Southside and Central Virginia for today. We do have a heat advisory in effect from 11 o'clock this morning until 8 o'clock this evening. Look for a high today of 95 degrees under mostly sunny skies with a 30% chance of a cooling thunder shower this afternoon later on. For tonight, 50% chance of thunderstorms with a low of 72. On Saturday, it will be partly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms, then showers likely at 70% with a high of 90 degrees. On Saturday night, we'll see a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low around 70. On Sunday, a high of 88 degrees with a slight chance of thunderstorms in the morning, then a 50% chance of those storms in the afternoon. For Sunday night, still a chance of some thunderstorms, otherwise partly cloudy with a low of 70. On Monday, we'll see sunshine with a high of 91. Monday night, mostly clear with a low of 71. And for Tuesday, more of the same, a high around 90 under mostly sunny skies. So it'll be a good tennis day for Tuesday, for me anyway. Outside, humidity is 89%. Our winds from the southwest around 3 miles per hour. Barometer holding steady at 29.95 inches. And our skies are fair, 78 degrees out there right now. The weather brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. We've got our birthday calendar coming up, brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
All right, Dan, this is your turn to shine with those 3 days worth of birthdays and perhaps anniversaries.
Well, what we don't have that
take it
many,
away.
really,
Oh, really?
for
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but we'll start with Friday to keep it in order. That's
Okay.
today.
That's right.
First of all, I want to say happy birthday to Marion B. Scott of Dillon, celebrating a birthday today. Tom Knight and Samantha Knipe or Canopy?
I would say Knipe.
Knipe, yeah. Okay. Samantha, if we mispronounced your name, let us know. That's Friday. That's today's birthdays.
Okay.
Now for tomorrow, Saturday. Actually, what I have for tomorrow is an anniversary and not a birthday.
Okay.
And that is Billy and Tricia Abel is having their anniversary tomorrow. For Sunday, I don't have only one birthday to announce. Reva Allen Moore of Cumberland having a birthday on Sunday. And that's it.
That's it?
That's our birthday anniversary for this entire weekend coming up.
Well, we know there's some other people out there celebrating, don't we? Yeah. And we hope that they have a fantastic celebration as well. And they can send their names into the birthdays at birthdays. And we do accept anniversaries as well. But the website is birthdays at WFLO.net. That's the...
Now, next weekend and all the weekends in August look pretty full.
Oh, okay. All right.
A lot of birthdays coming in.
Okay, we got that. And you can call in at 434-394-0924 if you know of someone or if you're celebrating yourself. We'd love to hear from you.
I do have some celebrity birthdays for today.
Yeah, well, take it away.
Do you have that?
Yeah, but I've got to tell you, for the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC on Main Street in Farmville.
Yeah.
All right.
I might need to do that.
Birthdays. Okay.
Keyboardist Garth Hudson of the band. Remember the band?
Mm-hmm, I do.
87 years old today.
Oh, dear. Okay. 87.
87. Yeah. Yeah, me
Makes me
too.
feel old.
Singer Kathy Lennon of the Lennon Sisters, 81. Actor Joanna Cassidy is 79. Actor Butch Patrick from the Munsters. Remember the kid?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How, 79?
71.
71.
No, he's
Oh,
71.
my
Joanna Cassidy is 79. But Butch Patrick, who was in the Munsters, is 71 today. I think that hurts more than
does hurt more than the band guy. Yeah.
Actor Victoria Jackson from Saturday Night Live, 65. Actor Mary Louise Parker is 60. I really think she's older than that.
Okay.
Actor Sam Worthington from the Avatar movies. He's 48 today. Today, meteorologist Dylan Dreyer is 43. Actor Marcy Miller from Days of Our Lives, if you're into the soap opera.
Oh, yeah. I used to be.
39.
Wow.
And actor Hallie Eisenberg is 32. And I don't know the rest of these people, but not many people do. But
okay. Well, we got a caller, so we'll take that. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show. Okay. All right.
Good to know.
Thank you so much for calling back. I was a little worried. I was hoping that you would call back and let us know everything's fine.
No, it's
you're not the same guy.
This is a different guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. So the live stream is working okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for calling and letting us know.
Yeah, the guy in Burkeville was on Brightspeed.
Yeah.
So it could be another problem with Brightspeed there.
Okay. Have we heard from John? Yes. Yes. As a matter of fact, we talked with him. I believe it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And he's still in Florida at Disney World and having a great time with his nephew and his dad, and I believe his sister's there. Yeah, he's doing great. Not a problem. But he'll be back with us on Monday. Okay. You are? who is hosting the party? I'm not sure whether John pre-recorded that or voice tracked it, or Noah's going to do it. We'll just be surprised, I guess. I believe Noah's going to do the party this afternoon. So, yeah. Yeah, it will be interesting. Yep.
Might hear some blues.
Might hear some blues. Absolutely. You'll have to tune in, and I'll have to tune in and see who's doing it. But I do believe Noah's going to be doing the party. Okay? All right. Pardon me? Filling in?
Me?
Dan. Dan. Okay.
Oh,
that's
always.
A question for Dan. Always, yeah.
But it just, yeah. I'm basically retired, basically. But yeah, always. I love coming back here, every once in a while, get my fix.
That's right. You got to have your WFLO fix.
Yeah, just a radio fix, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Good question.
Yeah, it's a great place. I worked in other stations earlier in my years, and I came to work here part-time at Flow, the old Flow, but around 2010 or so. And I tell people it was just the best place I've ever worked. It was just it was like family. It was great. I loved working there. I even had my old friends in radio. I'd never worked in a small market radio place before, and I loved it. Mm-hmm. Somebody called. I said, "You won't believe this. I'm actually reading obituaries. I'm doing lost dogs." Uh-huh. The guy, "You're kidding me." I said, "No. It's wonderful.
Well, it's community.
It's community, and it was great. And it's I don't think people. I've never lived in a small town before until I moved to Crew, and I think people don't realize just how good or how important a small market radio station is to the community until they lose it, until they miss it. That was Steve Leonard. Yeah, Steve Leonard. Steve Leonard. I was when Steve Leonard was there.
Ron would come in. I think he did come in a couple of times.
He came in a couple of times for that. But Steve Leonard came in almost every Saturday evening live. When Steve Leonard was on the air, it was always party time. It was just, it was fun to listen to. You had, people who had never heard of him before would listen to him and say, "Wow, he's
crazy.
He's really going." Yeah, yeah, he was a good guy. We lost him too soon.
We did.
Huh?
I knew Steve Leonard very well.
Yeah. We lost Steve Leonard. Steve died.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I know him very well. He and I we were good buddies. He and Francis used to joke around a lot. And
years before that, he worked in radio in Richmond, Richmond area there, and he'd work at night, have a night show. Same thing, party type atmosphere, and he was high energy.
He's in the Beach Music Hall of Fame as well as Ron Moody.
Yes,
they're both in the Beach Music Hall of Fame, which is a pretty big deal. At least
the Beach Music is a little different. Steve Leonard was more Virginia Beach type of beach music, dance, teach music, keep it going type of thing. Where Ron Moody is more classical. He does like a deep study of beach music. Where Steve Leonard just said, "If it sounds good, I'm playing it."
Yeah, he was right off the cuff guy.
Yeah.
In fact, he didn't show up one Saturday for the show, and that's when we found out that he had suffered a heart attack.
Yeah.
And I think we had his show on standby, one that he had pre-recorded.
Yes,
I believe that's what we did with that. But that was a sad time. But he was a great guy. Pardon me? Yeah, we did. He was a great guy. But no offense to Ron Moody either. Ron Moody does a great job.
He does.
Yeah, he does. And, he's... Yep. We've got Henry in here, and he's, he talks about, we've got him talking about some of the,
I heard,
some of the
talked to
history of
him Tuesday.
WFLO. I cannot tell you how much I enjoy that, because
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he remembers those names. He remembers those events. His memory is amazing.
86 years old.
86 years old.
In a wheelchair.
Right.
And doesn't get around, but he's just amazing. His memory is fantastic. Yeah.
I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, and he's remembering things back from the early 1950s.
That's right. Yep. So, yes, he does. He's just kidding. He's just kidding. So, we don't want to be too serious here. Yeah. It is Friday.
But Henry does have an amazing memory. It's just, what he comes up with.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for your call. We appreciate it. And we're glad to know that the stream is coming through all right. And please give us a call again, okay? We've missed hearing from you. Okay? All right? Okay. All right. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. All right. I believe he's from the Amelia area. I'm not sure. But anyway. Yeah. So...
Here's another dog story if you want to hear it.
Why, certainly.
Have you heard about Gizmo?
No.
All right, Gizmo was a dog that went missing in Las Vegas in 2015, right? Mm-hmm. Owned by a lady named Judith Monterez. Anyway, the dog had found 9 years later.
9 years?
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago. She's now 28. She was living with her parents in 2015. Gizmo was 2 years old when it got past a family gate out of their backyard home in Las Vegas. And now here it is, almost a decade later, 9 years later, she got a call. He had a chip, right? Mm-hmm. So they found this dog. So she got into her car. It was at an animal hospital. A woman had found the dog, who's now 11 years old, and dropped him off at the vet. And they scanned his microchip, and that triggered the email notification, and this lady just crumpled to the floor crying. She couldn't believe it.
Gosh.
She went and got him.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
What a reunion.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, that's a good story. Yeah, makes your heart feel good. All right, we'll take another caller here. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show. Hello there.
Good morning.
I didn't eat any. Noah did. Yeah. Well, I'm going to bring Noah in here, and we'll talk about the pepper incident, okay? All right. Come on, Noah. Hello there.
Hey. How's it going?
It's going good. All right.
Good.
Tell our first caller what your experience was with the
sure.
Carolina Reaper.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I did want to just state for the record, so we were having some streaming problems. It's with the SurferNet. So if you go on to our website and stream from there, it's not working. But if you use a third-party app like TuneIn or like another one of those, it works. So experiencing
sometimes I use Alexa.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Just so like a small technical difficulty, but we're working on that and getting that fixed. So.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting us know that.
Absolutely.
All right.
But sorry, what was the question?
About the
Pepper eating.
Yeah, no, it was hot, and it was interesting. So when I bit into it, I was chewing it, and the heat didn't even hit me yet. But Chris was like, "Noah, you're crying." I was like, and that's how you know it's a bad, it's not going to be a fun experience if your body's just projecting tears without even recognizing you're tearing up. And so at that point, good thing we did it 5 minutes before we were going to go off the air, because I became I just could not say anything because it was such an overwhelming spice in my body.
When you're a young guy like Noah, you can talk him into anything.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think I talked myself into doing that. I really. That's
and he had 2 bottles of water over there, and he drank every single solitary bit of them.
I didn't use milk though, which is a lot of people who have those hot peppers. They'll use milk to kind of cool down, but I did it without the milk, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
I must say that was a mean-looking little pepper. It was funky looking.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't touch it with a 35-foot pole.
Yeah, those peppers look like something that would grow in hell. Like if hell had a garden, it would be growing Carolina Reapers. Like, yeah, those are mean-looking guys. Thank you. I loved it. I loved it, caller.
Yep, that's Noah.
Oh. I mean, like I mean, if you just have some extras that you're giving away, I will take them. I'll use them for like a dish or something.
Peppers?
But yeah.
No, not me.
I really liked your hot sauce though, caller. I took a little spoon and like had a teaspoon of each one, and very good. I think it was the mildest one. I won't say it was a little explicit, the title for it, but yeah. But it was very flavorful. Almost reminded me of like a Tabasco of some sort. It was very yeah. I tried that one. That one was a little painful. Yeah. It was good though. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are amazing. All right. Thank you, Noah.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Oh, Wild Bill Hickok?
Bill Hickok, yes.
Yeah.
I believe that's old tale. That came. Yeah, he was shot and he was holding the dead man's hands in his hands, playing poker. Yeah, I don't know if that's actual or not, but that's correct.
Could have been an urban
correct.
myth, yeah, or an urban legend or whatever. Aces and eights, right?
Aces and eights.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
What animals are they in the barn? What do they have? Are they horses, cows? What?
Goats.
Goats? 3 goats. Okay.
The 3 Billy Goats Gruff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, have you named them? Do you name them? Yeah. Yeah. When I call Idgie's name and she doesn't turn around, and I know she is listening, but she's thinking about it, that's this type of thing. But anyway, yes, when Daniel was younger, we took him out to stables where they had riding for special needs people, and they kept actual classical music going in the stables. Yeah, just because the horses.
That can calm the horses.
It calms the horses, and so that's what they do. Yeah, and I leave the radio on. I always left the radio on for the birds and animals inside. WSVS.
Yeah.
Trading post, sort of like, or yeah.
Coffee chat, they call
It was
it.
called a coffee chat. That's right. It was Steve. Steve, what was Steve's last name? I can't remember. Oh, I'm not.
No. That's not him. No. I believe that's his distant cousin. The furniture store is in Blackstone. That's what you're talking about. Steve Wynn.
Steve Wynn. That's exactly right.
He did coffee chat. He worked there for years. He still lives in the area. Unfortunately, I forget what he came down with.
It was some debilitating type thing that that got him. But anyway,
But he's still around.
He's retired.
He's still around. Yes, he is. Yeah, he's a nice guy, and I haven't talked to him in a long time. I have some friends though who know him very well and talk to him.
Very nice guy.
Yeah, I believe he still comes in and works some Sunday mornings to run the religious,
The church services.
That's how I got my start. Working
Oh,
part-time.
really?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
18. But we used to call that, when you work Sunday mornings in the old days, you ran the religious tapes. Sometimes you had gospel groups would come into the studio, and you had to do that, and and you had everything. And we used to call that, if you had to work Sunday mornings, you were part of the God Squad.
God Squad.
That's it.
Okay, there you go.
Working the God Squad this week. Yeah. Which is what Chris does every Sunday morning here from 7 to 10.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's not really religious music that I play. It's
Right.
more.
But I understand. You're working Sunday
but
morning.
working Sunday morning.
I don't know how you
that's
describe
what
that music. Eclectic, I guess.
Eclectic,
is what,
yeah.
That's
and I need some more. Yeah, I'm running out to where I'm starting to.
She's pointing at me.
Myself.
Back at
No.
the old station, I put
Yeah.
probably 98% of the
music that I play in there.
So
So I'm just saying I need some more. Yeah. And,
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. But I can remember when there were three of us. There was Gene Ike, Francis Wood, and myself. And we would switch. We'd rotate weekends, and it would be Saturday and Sunday, and it would be early morning, like at 6 o'clock. You come in on Saturday, and run the boards and all of that stuff until about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and then on Sunday it was the same thing. So your weekend was pretty much shot. It was basically for doing anything else. It was just all radio.
And you had to gather all the information for the 12 noon news roundup, too.
Oh,
that took
yeah.
some time
Yep.
to do all of that. So
All
you're
of
running
that,
around doing all of this stuff.
coming off of teletype and
People
all
think
that
we're
stuff.
just there to sit there and play music and listen. That isn't the case. Most of the time, we don't even hear the music.
That's right. That's true.
It's-
yeah.
Yeah. Guy look at people, somebody, you only work 4 hours a day. Man, that must be a great
Yeah, right.
job. Yeah,
That's just on the air. That doesn't include off the air. That's true. But anyway, yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting profession. Very interesting business. Mm-hmm.
Well, the way radio is different from the way it is today.
Oh yeah. Well, the way it
So
was
now
totally
we have
different.
voice tracking, and people don't understand voice tracking. But voice tracking, most people are doing voice track. Most stations are voice tracked, especially the satellite stations. And a voice track, you can go in basically, if it's set up correctly, you can do a 4-hour show in 20 minutes.
Well, it takes me a little longer than that to do a
Well,
3-hour
I know.
show, but I know what you're saying. You're not really there when it comes on the air, basically.
Correct.
So,
AI in radio is already happening. There are stations out in the West Coast in Seattle who the show's being done by AI and AI voices.
that's
Yeah.
scary.
And there are let me tell you this, if you want to know about AI, a lot of the commercials that you're hearing now, especially on television, The voice tracks and some of the bigger radio stations. Those commercials were done by AI. The voiceover industry is probably going to be hurting right now because no longer do they hire live people. It's a lot cheaper to go AI, and you really can't tell the difference.
No, you can't, which is scary.
That is correct. There's all kinds of AR stories. I even brought some in. We don't have time to talk about them today as far as AI goes. But what is AI going to be doing? I have a story here about massage robots. They're actually making massage robots to do massage to replace the masseuse there. There's a lot of home robot different things are doing them. There's frozen food robots they're talking about, which is going to be accurately packing frozen food instead of using humans, wear gloves and to actually use robots for that. There's a lot of this stuff going on, which it's really incredible.
It is.
What's coming down the pipe.
It is. I know. Well, I've just had a chill run down my spine when you start talking about AI, but we've got to move on out of here. And it's been a fantastic show. Thank you so much for calling us and for bringing Noah the peppers, the hot peppers. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, you're very welcome. Have a great weekend.
Take
Talk
care.
to you soon. All right. Bye-bye. All right. It's been a productive Call Flow show, Dan. And
it was fun.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much for coming in and filling in for John. And it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
with
my pleasure.
Having you here.
I think I'm still on for another
Yes,
hour.
you are. Yes, you are
Giving
until
you a
10
break.
o'clock. Absolutely. All right, we've got some news
Giving
coming.
you and Noah a break.
We've got some news coming up along with the weather forecast, and Dan is in the house with music.